frantic. Volunteer studio? Volunteer studio? No. Volunteer studio? Volunteer studio? Volunteer studio? Volunteer studio? Volunteer studio? Go. Volunteer studio. Scholars, quickly, quietly, safely get those sweaters off. I'm going to give you 1 minute to read the silent thinking job in zero noise. Have a seat. Mama, do correct? Yes. So 1 silent minute. As you are fixing your sweaters, sweaters are off, sleeves are up. 1 final minute. I know that you are ready when your hands are locked and on your laps, and your eyes are glued to the silent thinking job. When this timer goes off, I'm looking for someone to read the silent thinking job. Please close the door for me. Thank you so much. Miriam, can you also lower 2 of the lights, please? Fix your posture. Miriam. 27 seconds to have sleeves where they're supposed to be, gentlemen. All sweaters off. We're working this way today. Lewis, you have 16 seconds. Maria looks ready today. Abby looks ready today. Kayla tried to be a smart boy. Okay, stop the clock there. Now you nice and loud. Read the silent thinking job. Everyone else, you're reading along.
Can a facial expression tell a story? If so, what do you think the artist?
Sorry, try it again.
Can a facial expression tell a story? If so, what do you think the artist?
No, stop. Stop. She's not going to learn if you call out what it says. You need to slow down, Najee. Start from if so, nice and loud.
If so, what do you think these artists were trying to communicate?
Beautiful. So silent thumb, agree or disagree. Do you think a facial expression can tell a story? Agree or disagree? Is that up or down, Miriam? Up. Maria. Eyes on Maria right away. Maria, what do you think? Can it tell a story? And if so, tell me what one of these characters, or rather self-portraits, are trying to say. Eyes on Maria.
I think it can tell us, a facial expression can tell a story, because the first one, or the picture of the girl, it says, I think it's sending a message that she's surprised.
She seems surprised to you. So what is your evidence from that self-portrait that makes it look like she's surprised? Eyes on the speaker, or on the work?
I think I see her eyebrows, and they look kind of like in a surprised way.
So what does that mean, a surprised way?
Like, her eyebrows are kind of like raised.
Lewis,
Yeah.
that's a correction for calling.
They're kind of raised.
So they're raised. Agree or disagree? Does anyone have a different opinion, what they think maybe the story is telling? Tori, what do you think?
I think that
Nice and loud.
I somewhat agree with you, Maria. I think that the artist that painted, the artist that drew the girl is trying to convey that the girl is surprised or like you said, surprised or happy.
Okay. So who can tell me maybe what the story is behind that? Because when I think surprise, I think like the mouth should be really wide open, right? Fatimanta's agreeing with me. So perhaps it's sort of a surprise like this, right? So what do you think the story is behind this? What do you think maybe might have been happening to create this facial expression? Lewis, eyes on Lewis or the work of art?
She saw something amazing.
Amazing? If you see something amazing, what face would you make? Show me the face something so amazing, you just saw something amazing. Right? You would keep your mouth closed? And bring it back 3, 2, 1. I think she looks kind of like, someone help me. Fariha, what do you think? Eyes on Fariha?
She looks like she's in almost that. It looks like she's like in a normal face.
So maybe kind of, don't call out. What was that called when your expression's kind of blank? Do you need to call on someone for help?
When your face is kind of blank, you're neutral.
Neutral, right? So agree or disagree? Does anyone think she seems kind of neutral? Let's see. Agree, disagree? I see someone in the middle. Maria, what do you think?
I kind of think that she's like kind of well, her face looks like she's. It's kind of like what Lewis is trying to say. Like she's surprised. Maybe it's like she's surprised, but she doesn't want to open her mouth to like show that she's surprised.
Interesting. So what reason, we're starting to think about story, right? So what reason would a person be surprised that they couldn't show it? What story is she trying to tell? Fatimata, as a Fatimata. Fatimata.
When, for example, if someone texts someone and they didn't know about it and it's something to be happy about, they text back.
Can you explain yourself a little more? Because I think you gave the right reaction, but I'm not really understanding your reasoning.
Her face looks like she's in a type of mood that when for example, like if someone texts someone, that someone didn't know, they will be surprised, but sometimes they won't just like have that kind of meltdown.
Interesting. So you're saying when someone sees a text message, you're not going to really express yourself verbally, right? Because you're talking digitally. That's an interesting connection. I don't think I would have made that. Can we talk about one more? One more? I'm going to call on a still professional silent body. Miriam, choose a different one and tell me what you think.
I think the third one is like kind of worried.
Worried? Let's
Yeah,
write this down, right?
Because his eyebrows it looks kind of worried in his mouth too.
Being very slow. Worried, there it is. Agree or disagree? I know it's very light, the photo's not the best. Naja, what do you think?
I agree with you, Mary and Dee, and I think when you said that the eyebrows look worried, I think that you're trying to say they look kind of in a slanted way.
So slanted down, slanted how?
It's kind of slanted kind of diagonally.
Diagonally? Show me a worried face. Show me a worried face. Abby, is that your worried face? What happens to your eyebrows when you're worried? What happens? Remember, I left up my chart here, right? The facial expression is what we did last class. How do the eyebrows react when you're worried? Fariha,
It goes like this.
explain to me. Use your words.
It goes like that because in the facial expression chart it says the ones that are like this.
So like what? No, just stop showing me this. I want you to use your words. Explain what's happening.
That looks like the eyebrows are kind of like a Chinese top, but not the one.
Great. Oh, like a triangle. So remember last time we said when we were together, Victor, your eyes right here, eyebrows can go pointed down. They can stay neutral. Or they can go what? What's the opposite of down, Farida?
Down, up.
Up, right? So up tends to be kind of a shocked expression, right? And when they're down, we get kind of that grimace or that menacing face, right? And then again, what is it when they're flat across? Star, what's it called when we're straight across? Do not steal her learning.
Neutral.
Neutral. After me, everybody. Neutral.
Neutral.
Neutral means sort of in a plain state or a blank face, right? Not really too expressive one way or the other. You have to wait. So, scholars. Excellent. So I would definitely agree with worried. And maybe she's like shocked, but she doesn't really want to express it, right? We can talk about these two tomorrow. But I want to demo. We're going to be starting with clay today to create our busts. And I'm going to be demoing at the yellow table. Okay? So, 5 second yellow table. Kayla, please turn the lights off. Turn the lights on, my dear. Okay, so I'm going to be demoing at this table. Not right now, I have to wait. Let me see. Nikolai looks ready today. Victor looks ready. My chess scholars, you're in a really great class. This is one of my favorite lessons. So you want to think about the story behind the expression, Abby. Okay? Don't just make a face because you want to. I want you to really think about the plan, Miriam. Quick. I want you to think about the plan that you came up, the story that you came up with, Fatimata, when we drew our self-portraits. Okay? So does everybody, silent thumb, yes or no, Najee, have that in their head? Does everyone remember what their story was? And look at that. So I'm going to be demoing here. If you are on the taller side, please stand here. If you're on the shorter side, please come around this way. Now remember, check your distance and lock it up right away. I'm looking for professionals for the entire demo. Nice urgency, Tori. She looks ready. Farida looks ready. Abby looks ready. Remember, I just need my wiggle room right here. So if you're taller, please come here. If you're on the shorter side, and start. Check your distance and lock it up. Gentlemen from chess, joining us from chess. I'm demoing first, so Lewis, take that off and put it on the stool. Check your distance. Let's see who followed that direction. Gentlemen that are visiting from chess, I need you here. Let's go. Go. So Mamadou, come on this side. Tori looks ready. I love how Tori checked her distance and locked it up. I know she's super ready for this demo. Great. So when I stand up, I need to push my stool with 2 hands. And your eyes are glued right here. Fatimata, you can stay there. That's fine. Okay, Fatimata, come here. Quickly. Fatimata, come here. You're fine there. Okay. So everyone's going to get a pretty big block. So Lauren, can I actually have you come stand just by Abby? Thank you, my dear. A big block of clay. And our goals today are just to make the head. Okay? We're not worried about the neck or the shoulders for now. Now think about that Egyptian marble sculpture that we looked at a few weeks, well, I guess it was last week, right? Silent thumb, what is it called when you only sculpt from the shoulders up? Frida. Not a portrait. I like your thinking. It is a portrait of a person, but in sculpture, when you only make from the shoulders up, it's called what?
A bust.
A bust. What's it called? A bust. After me. A bust.
A bust.
Beautiful. So a bust are just from the shoulders up, Lewis. So am I sculpting my body today? My arms? No. So right now we're just focusing on the head. Okay? So the first step, there are quite a few steps, so really focus right here, gentlemen. I'm going to use these beautiful tools called hands, right? And they make that beautiful sphere when you use the sort of palms together. And the abductor muscle, right? The abductor can be used as a hammer. Let me take this off. I forgot I had my tape on me here. Alrighty. So I don't really need, this is a big piece of clay, right? So I kind of want to make eyes and eyebrows and ears and things. So the first step I would do is take off a piece and save that for later, right? I want a piece that's roughly, I would say, the size of like a baseball or so. Yes?
Yeah. Isn't that clay wet?
This is what clay, yes.
Completely?
Lewis. Well, not completely. It's workable.
Well, also you should carve it into an oval.
So that is the first step, right? So I'm going to take the palms of my hand and my abductor. And notice how I hit it and rotate, right? I'm using this curve of the palm of my hand to get that shape going. All right, so the first step, I want to think about the shape of my head. And that's why we did those self-portrait studies, right? So we really should understand the shapes that we see, the shapes that we use to make our specific self-portrait. Yes?
What are we done early?
We are not going to be done early, I promise you. This is a lot of steps. So, hold your questions for just